Liverpool have already made waves this transfer window, smashing the British transfer record for Florian Wirtz. Most fans assumed that was their final big move. But then came the shock, a €95 million swoop for Hugo Ekitike. At just 22, he's talented but unproven at the elite level. Why would Liverpool gamble this big? What do they see in him? Let's break down the signing that's got the whole football world talking. The need for a striker wasn't new. Darwin Núñez has struggled with consistency. And after the tragic passing of Diogo Jota, Liverpool's forward depth was exposed. A reliable presence was a must. Ekitike might not be the household name fans expected, but he fits a mold Liverpool value: young, fast, technical, and hungry. His ability to stretch defenses, dribble, and combine in tight spaces recalls echoes of Firmino and Suarez. And with Wirtz now in the team, a player like Ekitike makes even more sense stylistically. Ekitike is more than just a target man. He's a modern forward, tall but agile, capable of dropping deep, running at defenders, and linking play. He isn't just looking to finish moves, he helps start them. At times, you'll see him dropping into midfield, dragging defenders out of position, and creating space for runners. Liverpool didn't just want a finisher, they wanted a playmaker in disguise, someone who could create space for Salah and Wirtz while adding a new dimension to their attack. In the Bundesliga last season, Ekitike completed more dribbles than any other center forward and ranked 6th across all positions. He scored 22 goals and laid on 12 assists in all competitions, numbers that reflect his dual threat. But more than the stats, it's his willingness to carry the ball and take defenders on that makes him dangerous. He's constantly involved, not a passenger waiting in the box. That proactive nature is exactly what Slot wants up front. He wants a striker who doesn't just finish, but also helps control tempo and contribute between the lines. His passing is another overlooked weapon. Only Harry Kane completed more accurate passes among strikers in Germany. Even more impressively, Ekitike created more big chances than Kane. That's a rare stat for a center forward, and speaks volumes about his football IQ and unselfishness. He's not a player obsessed with goals, he's obsessed with impact. In Liverpool's fluid front line, that creative touch could unlock plenty of goals, especially with fast runners like Rio and Salah stretching play. Arne Slot demands his forwards press from the front, drop into midfield when needed, and link play vertically and horizontally. Ekitike already shows signs of being that multifunctional striker. At Frankfurt, he wasn't restricted to one role, he shifted based on the game's needs. At Liverpool, Slot could mold him into a Firmino 2.0, only taller, quicker, and arguably more technical. That makes him a unique asset in the squad. Flexibility is key in modern systems, and Ekitike offers that in spades. He can play as a left winger, second striker, or even as a false nine. That versatility allows Slot to tweak formations or pair him with another striker like Isak if needed. He isn't locked into one role. He adapts to the game. And in a grueling season where tactical shifts are necessary, that's invaluable. He gives Liverpool options both in matches and across competitions. Ekitike's goals come in many forms. He scores headers, finishes with both feet, curls shots from distance, and slots in tap-ins from clever positioning. His height makes him a set-piece threat, while his footwork allows him to unlock tight defenses. And unlike some tall forwards, he doesn't rely solely on physicality. He reads the game well and times his movements intelligently, essential in the Premier League where space is limited. Still, there's a caveat. His conversion rate last season was just 12.8%, significantly lower than Kane and Guirassy. He even had a higher XG than Kane, but finished with 11 fewer goals. Ekitike misses chances, and in the Premier League, those can be costly. But that's part of his youth. He's 22. This was his first full Bundesliga campaign. With better service and coaching, he can improve. Confidence is key, and at Anfield, support is never far. Liverpool's gamble echoes Newcastle's bet on Alexander Isak. The Swede came from La Liga with modest numbers but high potential. Now he's flourishing in England. Ekitike's situation is similar. Liverpool see the raw material and believe in the transformation. And if Isak's progression is anything to go by, fans could see Ekitike explode in year 2. His ceiling is huge, the kind of player who can define an era if nurtured right. Ekitike isn't new to pressure. He played for PSG, won domestic titles, and featured in the Champions League. He speaks English and understands the culture at big clubs. That maturity will help him adjust faster than most young signings. Liverpool have learned the hard way how difficult adaptation can be, but with Ekitike, they're betting on a quicker transition. Injuries? Not a concern. He was barely sidelined at PSG or Frankfurt. Availability is a huge plus. And beyond the stats, Ekitike is a grafter. He presses relentlessly, tracks back, and makes tackles when needed. That commitment will earn him instant respect at Anfield. In a team that thrives on collective effort, a hard-working forward is non-negotiable, and Ekitike checks that box. French attackers have often flourished in England: Cantona, Pires, Giroud, Henry. There's precedent for Ekitike to succeed. His mix of physicality and flair could thrive in the Premier League. And while he has areas to improve, the tools are all there. If he clicks, Liverpool may have found their long-term number 9. 90 million might sound like a lot now, but if Ekitike reaches his potential, it'll be seen as a bargain. What's your take? Bold masterstroke or too much too soon? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to Ballon for more football insights, hit that like button, and turn on the bell so you never miss an upload.